to Zara.
Bam, 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 bam. Hello.
Right, stop messing around now. Right, hi guys, welcome back to our channel.
Hello.
Well, this is our new one. And Zara made the name and it's called
Weight Loss Wednesdays.
So we're going to keep it, so every single Wednesday we're going to upload, well we're going to try to, not miss no Wednesdays.
Yeah.
But for unforeseen circumstances, which we don't know could happen, but we're going to try our hardest to stick to Weight Loss Wednesday.
Yeah.
And what it's going to be...
Yeah, so basically what we're going to do is every Wednesday we will do a little check-in with everybody, let everybody know what we've done that week. We'll do a weigh-in with you so you can see if we've lost anything, if we've gained anything, if we stayed the same. Hopefully we've lost. And we're it's a kind of way of us keeping ourselves accountable.
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
And that maybe you will help encourage us. It'll be us putting ourselves out there.
Yeah, it won't be just to encourage just us, because we're hoping along the way, you know.
We can all do it together.
Or you can start at the exact same time as us. We're starting on the 3rd of February, which is the day after my birthday, because we thought we'd get the birthday and the cake
because
and everything else.
We're all the beginning of the year, so it was Carlos's the 4th, mine the 24th, Mum's the 2nd.
Yeah, so it was a bit more harder for us to start then. We did want to start January, but then everyone starts in January and they supposedly fall off the wagon.
Well, I figured that if we started in January, we'd be doing it for 3 days, then we'd have to eat cake for my brother's birthday.
Yeah.
Then I'd wait 20 days later and then it'd be my birthday and people buy you sweets, they buy you chocolates.
And I know it's
you're not going to be like, no.
Yeah, it's not an excuse to not start then.
It is
but
for me
to
because...
us, it's very hard because I'm quite an addictive person to sugar. And you like the sweets in your...
Once I have one,
yeah.
I'm not a person that can be like, oh, I'll have one biscuit and then that'll be me done, because it won't. I'll be in there eating the whole biscuit. Yeah. The whole packet of biscuits.
Yeah, and I'm more of a chocolatey person, a little sweets person.
Mine's crisps as well.
Yeah, and then what I'll do is I'll just eat the whole lot of the sweets because I've got such a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
And I've always had the sweet tooth. But the reason, coming from my perspective, was... few years ago is where we'll say a good few years ago, I think a lot of things happened in my life and that, you know, like there was tragedy, losing my brother, losing my mum, and I think because of that I started to have comfort in food. Yeah. I started to get a bit depressed and a bit down, and which I know loads of people will do that, do you know what I mean? But then what I took in comfort was food. Yeah. And then I started to get the taste of it, and I started to get, whereas I didn't understand I shouldn't be eating that much because I've always been slim, so when I ate food I just thought it'd fall off me, but then it didn't start to fall off me.
True.
Yeah, and then
I was physically fit.
Yeah, you're very physically
I was literally physically fit. I had a 6-pack, I was always a size 6. Yeah. And then I got hypothyroidism, which makes you put weight on, and then I just became eating monster. I became, what do you call it, an emotional eater. Yeah. That's the one. So then when we had our losses, I would turn to food, and then when I was happy, I'd turn to food, and then I'd associate places with food.
And it was like, it weren't even that, it was like we would go to the gym. Not that we knew what we were doing in the gym.
No, because we'd never really had to. We were just the type of people, you've seen it, we clean for hours, we clean for days. Yeah. We're very hyperactive sometimes, and then we never really had to think about working out.
No, and then what it was is because I was size 10, so it wasn't, fit. It wasn't anything that I needed to think about or learn about. Gyms I didn't need to go into because I was always quite on the go anyway. Yeah. And then all of a sudden everything sort of stopped. Yeah. Yeah. And then
when you get depressed, you do kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it sort of stopped.
The motivation goes.
Yeah, the motivation goes, and then all of a sudden, without you even realising it,
you get these bad habits.
Yeah, you get these bad habits, and the weight starts creeping on, and you start getting up to about size 12, and you're like, oh, that's okay, that's not too bad. And then before you know it, it's just creeped up. You just
keep getting bigger and bigger.
In my case, it just kept creeping up. Before I knew it, I was a size 20, and I was like, Wow.
Literally, same as me.
How did it get to that size?
Well, with me, I kind of had that bit where, even when we were losing weight and you lost some weight before,
yeah,
I was, because of my thyroid,
it sort of stays.
It's very hard to shift the weight.
Yeah.
Because I'd be going to the gym and I would be working out, you'd be losing weight and I'd be gaining weight, and I'd be like, how does that make sense? Because I wasn't eating that bad in my head, wasn't eating that bad.
Yeah.
And then me and Mum realised that when we went to the gym, when we'd come home, we'd think, oh, we've been really good, so we can have McDonald's, that's not that bad, we'll get the wrap.
Oh, do you know what I think it was? Because we were at this stage, and I think 1,000 million people are going to be at the exact same stage as us, where they don't know anything about weight gains, proteins, carbohydrates, all the other little things, right? They don't know it. I still don't know it.
But we want to learn what they are.
I still don't know it. You know what I mean?
We're not professional in any of this way.
No, and I'll go on apps and I'll go on certain things, but I still don't know what I'm doing. If I go into a gym, which I've had a gym membership for a whole year, and I think I can count how many times have you been?
We've been 6 times in a year. That was
times.
from Pure Gym, yeah.
Yeah. So, and in them 6 times, I can tell you I went on the walking machine, I went on the bike, done a little bit of weights, but do I have an absolute clue what I'm actually doing in the gym? And then you get so embarrassed you don't want to go and ask the personal trainer, can they help you? Because we've had a personal trainer.
Oh God, yeah.
And it didn't really help us to...
Our experience of a personal trainer was a couple of years ago. We paid someone to be a personal trainer to us, and they were physically fit. And bear in mind, me and Mum are definitely not.
No.
They were trying to get us to do, like, run around a park. I can't run.
No, they took their level of fitness
and expected us to be able to
be carried on with their level of fitness. Yeah. And I don't think they took into account that
I don't think all personal trainers are like that.
Yeah, this sort of weight. And, you know, we can carry on doing it their
But you
way.
get burnout. When you've gone and done that, it's very hard then to get up the next time and be like, okay, they're going to make me try and run on the spot for like 20 minutes. Yeah. You've got an injury in your arm.
Yeah, well, I ended up doing this because she had us lifting up weights.
I think they're called dumbbells.
Yeah, the dumbbells. And I lifted up and she told us to swing it in the air and pull it down.
Yeah, it was one of those...
I ended up doing it and I got an actual tear in the back of my muscle at the back. And ever since then, I've had to go on hydrocortisone injections, right, every so many months. So that actually puts weight on your norm.
Yeah, plus
you know what I mean?
Fact that
I'm still trying to repair
this.
I can't do certain movements. So that's a hindrance in itself. Then that was our experience with the personal trainer. It weren't very nice at all, so it completely put us off.
Yeah.
So when we have went into the gym, we haven't wanted to ask.
Plus, when you suffer from anxiety, it's a bit like...
Yeah, you don't really want to ask, do you?
Yeah.
So, there's going to be people out there that, you know...
We all have gone through stuff. Yeah. We're all going through stuff.
Yeah, like me and Azara. And we're trying now we're at this stage where we want to sort ourselves out.
We've had enough. I think we've got to whatever. You know, when you can plod along with something and you're like, well, do you know what, I'm not that bad. And then I think just before Christmas, when we did the Christmas clothing haul, I think that was a rude awakening for us, because you can kind of deceive yourself and think, I'm not that bad.
Yeah, and then when we were trying on clothes, we didn't feel comfortable, we didn't feel very nice.
Oh, and then when you have to look back at them...
Yeah, they're not very nice.
And you realise.
Yeah, and health reasons. I never knew what people meant when they said, you can have so much health problems when you're bigger.
Well, we're both pre-diabetic.
Yeah, and do you know, I never understood what that meant. When they said, oh, you're diabetic.
I know what diabetic is, but I didn't know what they meant by pre-diabetic.
I remember going to my doctor and she said, Diane, you do realise now, because I had the blood tests and everything else, and she says, you do realise you're pre-diabetic. And I was like, what's that mean?
She was like, you're on the cusp of being diabetic. And I was like, okay.
And then I had to literally go away from the doctors. She gave me a leaflet.
She did give you a leaflet.
She gave me a leaflet with a few little details in it. And then I had to research what pre-diabetic is. But I also knew I was, because I kept going to the toilet all the time. Yeah. So I knew something was going on with my body.
When you're a bit heavier, you don't have enough energy.
No.
And you have to, the normalest things become the most challenging, like walking up the stairs, you get out of breath.
Yeah.
You know, like trying to get up to clean, get up to do something. It's like a hurdle before you start.
Yeah. And I know our videos, we make it look so
we do make
easy.
It look easy.
You know what I mean? Like, we're cleaning here, we're cleaning there. Yeah, that's us just getting that little burst of energy, and we go for it.
We are very, like, house proud in the sense that we sometimes we're over the top.
Yeah.
But we love clean. We love everything in its place. We love these things, and we will burn ourselves out
just to do it. Yeah. Which is it in our thinking. And this is what we're trying to do this year. Is we're trying to say, right, follow us if you can. If you don't, I can understand.
Well, for us this year, it's like we want to change.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you feel the same way as we do, and you want to change too. We're not going to do it drastically. No. There's not going to be any like craziness. We are going to build ourselves up slowly.
Yeah. And we're going to just try and do it. Because I've watched other YouTubers, and you can see them, they've sort of built themselves up.
Yeah.
We're not at that level.
No,
you know what I mean?
Beginning.
We're at the beginning. We're total novelists. We haven't got a clue.
Yeah, so we're not professionals. We're not giving anybody else advice. We're just going to show you what we're doing.
Yeah, what we're doing, and we're going to hope it works. And if we find out, no, do you know what? This isn't for me. I'm going to go down a different way.
We'll try different things.
We're going to try as much as we can try to get into our fitness journey.
Yeah. And you might be like us, you might be like me and have hypothyroidism, which is an underactive thyroid. You might be like, Mum, I'm the menopause.
I'm an asthmatic.
You both are?
Yeah, I'm an asthmatic, so I get out of breath, or I can have an asthma attack.
You've got your arm injury.
I've got an arm injury. I've got a slip disc that keeps jumping, so I have to watch that. And then I've got my menopause. So menopause, mood swings, the hots, it's a bit. And then they always say when you're on the menopause, the weight comes on, and by God, it does come on. You know what I mean?
It does.
So
I'm like, on the menopause, that's my excuse.
Excuse is just your thyroid, sorry. Oh dear.
Yeah, so what we're planning to do is, you will see in this video that we've weighed ourselves.
Yeah.
Which takes a lot to put it out there.
Yeah, and we've put it out, and you'll be able to see my stats all the way along down here. You're going to see like my weight, my height, my weight, BMI, all my little stats down here, and then I'll get up and Zara can do hers.
Over here, my weight, my BMI, my fat mass, my body mass, the whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, also,
hopefully, go on, no, I'll let you finish.
We will show you what we're using, because we bought these scales. I will try and link them. You will see us weighing ourselves. I bought these. Can you see them? Oh, it's a bit shiny. Can you see it? Well, they're really thin, little scales, and you can recharge them. They have a little charging point there. And what you do is you stand on them, and you can download an app to your phone.
I'll show you the app.
Yeah, you would have seen the picture before this of the statistics from the app.
Right, the app.
Yeah, so on the app, it looks like this.
What's this app called?
It's called OK International.
Yeah, so we downloaded that. And
so that's what it looks like on your phone. I don't know if you can see it because of the screen. Can you see it? And it comes up, you stand on the scales. It'll tell you also the weight on the scales, but it does it in pounds. But on the app it says the stones. You can convert it to pounds if you want, you can convert it to kilograms, but I prefer stones because I know what stones are. And it'll tell you exactly where you are. It has a little line that says, I don't know if you can see it, obese, and that's where I am, in the obese, where you were. So if you see me, it shows you a graph, because I have been using these scales for a while. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see the graph? Where it can show you every time you've stood on the scales, and mine went down, and then it went up, and then it'll tell you your trends. And I got these off, I think it was eBay. But I know they do them on Amazon. I will link them down below, because you stand on them, it'll tell you why I got them. Is because it tells you how many calories you burn. It tells you your weight, it tells you your BMI, it tells you your body fat percentage. And then at the very bottom, it tells you how many calories you burn. So mine says 1,609. What does yours say?
I've got one off it.
Also tells me my water's low.
Where did you look for that?
Down the bottom. So click on the weight bit there. Go down. And it says your metabolism in calories. And it says you burn 1,520. So me just being me and what I'm burning with my normal metabolism says that I need to eat 1,609 calories.
So
Mum says 1,520.
Is that because I put my target weight in it, what I want?
Have we done that? I don't even know if we did. Yeah, I did my weight target.
Yeah, I did, I know.
So I said, when I started this, when I bought these scales, I was 13.10. I've gone up a stone.
Where do you look for that?
Go down to target. So back this way. See how it says target?
Yeah.
It says your target weight is 10 stone. So we both said we wanted to lose around about 4 stone. When you started, you were 14 stone.
Yeah.
When I started, I was 13. And we decided that we wanted to get to a size 10. You can put anything that you want. I wanted to lose 3 stone.
Yeah, I said 10 stone, which meant I was losing 4 stone.
Yeah. I still think 10 stone for my mum's height, because I'm 5'6", you're 5'5".
Yeah.
For our height range, it would say that we'd be round about that would be, you know, not on the lower end, it would be near the higher end. And I thought that was a good, healthy weight to be.
But what I'm going to do, and I don't know if Azara's going to do it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset all this again.
Yeah.
You know, so because I'm starting on the 3rd, I want to get it all reset before, which I'll do it today. So I'm going to reset the weight, the proper weight at what I'm, you know, like initial weight. I'm going to take that away and put on this weight now.
Yeah.
And then just give it
I think you can do that.
A refresh, you know what I mean?
And what we thought we'd do is we'd get a little notebook. We got the same notebook but different pens. Just a normal one, we went to Tesco's for it. I don't know if you can see it, but hopefully you can. It's just a normal, is it A5? What is it?
B5?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. Well, it's a B5.
But it's just a little folder that we can write in, you know, like our weight for the week, our measurements. What we're going to do now is measure our arms, our waist, the breast and the thighs.
What if we start off, what we're going to actually do with this book is we're going to put all our measurements all down, how much we weigh now, the date, so you know when we've started, which will be it'll be for
the 3rd, so it'll be this Monday.
And we're going to write that down and start that. Then we're going to just put in a few lines down here, and I'm going to just say what our weight is now.
Yeah.
We're going to do our weight, our arms, our chest, our waist, our thighs.
Yeah, the whole lot.
The whole lot, and then we're just going to calculate it. And if we want to write some notes down the bottom about, you know, if we've had like a bad week, or if we're ill that week and we haven't been able to do it, you know, write down some of our, you know, thoughts maybe on that, you know, write down how we've been feeling and what have you about doing this journey. So it just sort of keeps us
It will keep us on track as well, because we can also check from our scales on our phone, so that will show us the trends, but we can also have it written down so that we can be like, oh well, do you know what, I've lost so much, what did I do well?
Yeah.
What did I find easy?
Yeah.
What can I improve on? But for me, what I want to do is I want to try, we've got a little smartwatch, Mum has a Garmin, I have a Fitbit.
Yeah. And I haven't, do you know what, I really don't. I'm trying to learn about the Garmin.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take this weekend before the 3rd to try and learn all about the Garmin, so I know how my watch works, because it was bought as a Christmas present from Azara. You know what I mean? So I haven't really worked out how to work it. I'm not clued up on it, so I'm going to take this time and just work out how to use the Garmin so I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, so basically what we're going to try and do, I don't know if you're going to do the exact same as me, but I want to try and reach 10,000 steps every day.
Yeah, that's
so really I know good. That every day I'm going to try and do 10,000 steps.
Well, we said, didn't we, what we've discussed between both of us, we're both going to set goals for ourselves. You know, so we can say, oh, we've achieved that this week, well done to us, or, you know, just little steps, but it could be big steps for anyone else or us.
Yeah, I figured that even if I walk around the living room, well, I have a walking pad now.
Yeah.
But if I spend if let's say I haven't been very active that day, or I haven't managed to get my 10,000 steps that morning or that afternoon, or even that day, what I'm going to try and do is when it's evening before I go to bed, I'm going to try and get my 10,000 steps.
Yeah.
Even if I have to walk on my walking pad while watching
Love Island. That's one of your goals that you want to do, and that's what I want to do myself.
10,000 steps. I thought, don't get me wrong, at the moment I'm not hitting 10,000 steps.
No, not it.
But I figured it should be manageable if I sit there and say every day I want to hit 10,000 steps.
Yeah.
Someone told me that's like an hour walk. Maybe a bit more than an hour walk.
Yeah.
Maybe an hour and a half walk. So if I can do that, that's going to be good for my body. My body's going to be active. That's going to be burning calories.
We understand it's going to be a bit hard in the beginning.
You don't have to do this. You could do 5, you could do 6, you could do 7.
3.
You could do anything. But for me, I've seen a lot of people say that they do 10,000 steps.
Even if you don't want to do that, you know what I mean, and you want to start really easy, right? Because I don't know what people's weights are. You know what I mean, and how their walking frame is, and how they can do it. Do you know what I mean? So if you want to just go outside your front door and walk round your block, you know what I mean, or walk up the street to the next lamppost and walk back down.
Anything's an achievement. Anything
is achievement, because you can just say, this lamppost I'm going to walk to today, tomorrow I'm going to try and do the other lamppost, the next day the other lamppost, and if you can't, do that one lamppost for the whole week.
And if you can't get out and about, try doing arms, do something, do anything.
Yeah, because that's what we're going to do.
It's just for me, I want to try and get 10,000 steps.
Because me and Zara have walked around.
We go for walks.
Yeah, we haven't
for a while, don't get me wrong.
But we're going to start, and we're going to go as we mean to go on. We used to be active little walkers, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we used to go for like 2-hour walks.
Yeah.
Walk around parks. I love walking.
Yeah.
So that's something I want to get back. But yeah, so for me, I want to hit 10,000 steps every day. Calorie wise, I haven't worked out how many calories I want to eat. I know the app says 1,600, but I think I might start at like 1,007.
You can look at, is it the NHS app? I remember one of the girls' YouTubers, I can't remember her name, she said you could put your weight in your BMI into an app, and it can bring up and tell you how many calories you maybe get. But that's them, so I'm going to try that.
See, that says 1,006, but I think I heard a lot of people say if you start off at a low number, when you hit a plateau, so when you've lost quite a bit of weight, you'll hit a bit where your body won't want to shift anymore, and then that's when they say you need to go under your calories.
Yes, so maybe stick to 1,650 or something like that.
Yeah, or 1,700. I think I might try. I'm going to have a little suss out, because I want to figure out, for me, I like to see visually what I'm going to do. So if I say to myself, oh, I'm going to give myself so many calories for lunch, so many calories for breakfast, so many calories for dinner, I know I can still have things within that, because if you're under those calories, I can go and eat something else.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
As long as it's healthy.
Yeah, I'm not going to eat bad. I'm going to try and eat good.
Yeah, because my whole point is I want to cut down on my sweets. I want to, not going to say I'm completely stopping the sweets, but I'm saying I'm going to cut down.
I'm going to try and stop.
I'm going to stay away from the sugars, the cakes and things like that. And when I have temptations, I'm just going to remind myself I'm doing this for me.
Yeah.
If
you're anything like me, that 1 turns into 10. I'm even the same with Chris.
Decided we're going to go back to the gym. We're not ready yet, but we're going to go incorporate the gym.
We thought what we'll do first is try and get the eating and the steps.
Yeah.
Then try going for our walks.
Yeah.
And then once we feel a bit better for the walks, then add the gym.
Yeah.
That way we can build it up.
And we're also, even though we're going to the gym, we're also going to be incorporating going swimming.
Yeah.
Because we just thought it's going to be a bit hard on our bodies.
Wow, when you put the weight on, I've only just started this now, my knees have always killed me, but now I'm getting the most horriblest pain in my back.
Yeah, see,
when I stand up for too long, oh my gosh.
It feels like it's going to break.
It makes me angry, the pain. And I've never had that before. And then you're getting it with your hip.
Yeah, I'm getting it with my hip, and I'm getting it in the back. And my knees don't. I get cramps in my knees. I mean, my back and my calves. I get them in my calves. I haven't had them for a while, but I think that was down to me having the injection, the steroid injection. So you know what I mean. So I'm trying to sort all these problems out. You know what I mean. And then medication wise, health-wise, my blood pressure's been going up.
True.
And my doctor wanted to put me on blood pressure. I've refused at the moment. I think.
Yeah, she says if you lose a stone, she won't put you on it.
She won't need to put me on it.
But if you don't, she's going to put you on it.
Yeah, so I did lose £7, but then I put it straight back on.
Yeah.
Which I think loads of people do that, don't they? Yeah. Then I'm on metformin for pre-diabetic. So hopefully, if I can reduce that, I can reduce the blood pressure, can reduce the take me off the metformin, and just try to feel healthy in myself.
Literally.
Yeah, eat the right sort of foods, and hopefully you'll be able to do the same as us.
Yeah, we can maybe motivate each other.
Yeah.
But we thought every Wednesday, if it's possible, that we will do weigh-in Wednesdays.
And everyone...
Or weight loss Wednesdays.
Yeah, everyone can... Yeah, weight loss Wednesdays.
Yeah.
We're going to call it weight loss.
Weight loss Wednesday.
I love weight loss Wednesdays.
Yeah, because you'll always know that our video on Wednesday will be towards our weight loss.
Or you can say, are you losing it Wednesday? No, weight
loss. I think WW weight loss
Wednesday.
I
like that. You know what I mean? And I think
if you like weight loss Wednesday as a name, let us know.
Yeah, I love that. I like that name, Zara. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we can maybe hopefully encourage everybody else. You know what I mean?
We can make it like a community thing that we all do together.
Yeah.
If you want to take part.
Yeah.
And if you are enjoying this and you do want to see, we will also be taking like little screenshots of us reaching our goals.
Yeah.
With our watch, so you can keep us accountable.
We'll be putting them on TikTok, we'll be putting them on Instagram. You know, like little extra things that you'll be able to see, you know.
That might not be on here.
Yeah, so you'll be able to see like little extra things where I can just take out my phone and record because what we're doing or we're not doing very good. We'll be recording every single bit of it.
Exactly. I'm trying to think if there was anything else we haven't covered.
I don't think so. I think we've covered about everything, haven't we?
Yeah. If you have any ideas of anything what we might have missed off this video.
Or if there's any sites that you could recommend for us.
Oh yeah, we didn't say about where we were going to track our food.
Yeah.
We have an app called MyFitnessPal, and we tend to scan our food and weigh our food and put it into that, and that usually tells us our calories. So there's that as well if you want to use that.
I know I'll find that quite hard. I don't know if anyone else will, because I've never really ever tracked my food. You know what I mean? So, but because I haven't and I've ended up this way, this is why I've said, no, do you know what? Now I'm going to track the food. You know, as much as I've been rebellious in the past and said, I ain't doing that, I ain't tracking my food, I ain't weighing my food.
Do you know what? I don't know if anyone else is like me, but you forget what you've ate.
Yeah, so I thought I'll track my food, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes you realise, because half the time I'll be sitting there and I think, oh, what have I ate today? And then I'll have forgot I went to Greg's. What I ate there, and I'll be like, oh, I've ate nothing today. Or I only had a couple of packets.
I do it with a little packet of sweets. I think, oh yeah, I'll just have that packet of sweets. And I've ate it, and then a few hours later, I'm hungry, and then I'm like, I haven't had nothing to eat today. But really have.
Yeah. And then if you track it, you can go back and be like, oh, sugar, now I know where I'm going wrong, because I ate this and I ate that, and I forgot to even eat them.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. So anyway, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this. Yeah. It's been very hard for me and Zara to come on here and expose ourselves and talk about this.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think anyone would, do you know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
We will probably include some images in this of what we actually look like standing up.
Yeah.
And if you want to take part, let us know.
Yeah.
If this is helping you as well, let us know.
And if we find out anything new, or if we learn anything new, and as we're going to the gym and learning about equipment and, you know, different things like that,
we'll say.
We'll say.
And on Wednesdays, we'll have a catch up. Yeah. What we've been up to, how it's going.
Yeah.
And if you have enjoyed this video and you want to see more like this, please don't forget to
like,
comment,
subscribe,
share to everyone that you know.
All your friends and family.
The meow meows.
And thank you very much for watching.
We really appreciate it.
And all the new followers, thank you very much.
And we will see you on Wednesday.
Okay then, bye.
Bye.